Hey YouTube, Pleated Pants here, Bespoke League Commissioner. Every week we have one game that we highlight on Sunday nights on the Twitch stream, and we call it the Game of the Week. It's either live or it's recorded, and I do some commentary and some chatting over it. This will be the first one that we put up on the new Bespoke Football League YouTube page. So if you like content like this and you like to see the full games rather than just the highlights, let me know. Give me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, do some comments, all of those things. There's social media stuff down in the description below. But really what we're here for is for you to watch some football. So I hope you enjoy the first Bespoke Football League game of the week. A game between MikeStoleYourKFC, who we know well, and Sodie, who is playing in 3 leagues now and has gotten better very, very quickly. And the reason why I chose this game is I showed it because of how fast momentum can change both directions. And so what we want to be talking, what we want to be looking at, we want to be thinking through while we're doing this today is really thinking about keeping your head level. Don't get upset because you can come back. And so we got this game going here with Mike. All right, we'll move the Bespoke League logo here so we can see Mike's beautiful face right down there. If I remember right, he doesn't play music in the background while he's playing. So this is something that Mike and I both do. We both always come out and do coach adjustments. He does some manipulation of his flats, which I don't do because I mostly run match, and you don't need to change them when you're running match.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. He finds Smith out of
Yep.
the backfield.
Yep. That handsome devil right there.
You're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath.
So Mike is the Jets,
For a nice pickup.
and Sodie is the Ravens.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Oh my Lord. How did
He slips up past
Puna not get that tackle?
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
Nice.
He'll be taken
Nice.
at the 44-yard line.
So what you'll see with Mike is that he uses different, depending on situation of the game, he uses different different cameras, which I think is really interesting.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
It's a really good defense.
Here to the 43.
It's just hard. It's just hard not to give up a yard ever.
For an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with
I
what
think
you
that
want.
he has that changed in the visual settings.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
Oh,
This complete
wow.
is Tony
Wow.
pushing his way through.
Bad tackling.
In for a Ravens touchdown.
I thought that was an interception, and then those are two perfectly timed jukes.
To appreciate how truly
I don't know if that's necessarily bad tackling, Mike. Maybe that one was. The second one, I don't think that you could do anything about. You started over on your rookie course. You have less than a month to get it done, Zach. Doink.
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
There to boom this one away, maybe with some
That's it.
frustration after the PAT miss.
Yeah. Here we have.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25.
All right, so now we get to see what Mike does on offense. Did my alerts not? I might not have alerts on this. I don't have alerts on this this scene. So, well, that sucks. Steak membership extended. Thank you for your continued support of the Bespoke League. Enjoy the emotes. Enjoy this growing community. You now have the diamond badge. Cheers. Mike, so this is one thing I want to know. On the running plays, why broadcast?
You might have to run normal against. You gotta be able to see the sidelines.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Wilson.
Boom, that was wide open. Oh, nice.
That's Tim Patrick. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him a.
By the way, Mike, thank you for using the Bespoke League logo up there.
A handoff for Etienne. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
It's a good looking view.
Time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Omaha, Omaha.
Wilson.
Ooh. Oh, did he get there? Y was open, but he did like me. I think that Mike does a lot of the same stuff where he likes to look at the reads on the one side of the field.
Since you missed the extra point, this makes this slightly easier.
Hey, it's like we haven't kicked out a single Super Bowl winner this year.
A 49-yard attempt from the left hash.
That's growth. That's growth.
His kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
Yeah, like I call plays all the time. Every one of them had their own reason.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
I like it. He's making adjustments based on what he saw in the first drive. Good rush defense. Like, this Jets team is pretty damn good.
I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade sixes for threes, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford.
Wow, that guy got open late, but Amari Cooper there, but then he still got in underneath May, but that was really close. May, if he would have held on for one more second, might have broke in and intercepted that.
I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills. They say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year
There you go.
Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in
Not letting him run. I like that cover 2 invert. I haven't run that very much the last couple weeks, but that's a good short yardage defense. This is game of the week, Banks. We're watching Mike versus Sodie.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Gonna give this time to the tailback.
63 made that tackle from off the ground.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space.
That makes so much sense.
This is Xbox X.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Good pick, Mike. I like that. I like that click on.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchdown.
Right after you changed your coach's your settings to play ball.
The indication we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and
But I like how he did that. He cut in front of him, jumped, caught it at the high point, just like you're supposed to.
Skilled as a mathematician, but you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys.
Yeah, the graphics down there is the graphics over here is all Mike.
and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback
I did, Zach.
found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, see, Zach, what that might tell you is that the coach's suggestions are only calling a run in that particular formation. And so that's where sometimes the coach's suggestions can hurt you.
Last run, they'll try again. 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw.
You know, oh, that's nice. One thing with this all 22 view is that you could see that Kupp was going to get open a little bit better than the wide view that I used. I would have probably checked that down to 16 rather than throwing it to 10 there, just based on what I think I would have seen in the game versus what you see with this all 22.
Yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No one's able to really establish the running game right now.
Tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ooh.
That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
So I have labbed this view and I can't get used to it. I can't get used to it at all.
Option, here's ETN. And he is
I think So we'll see what he when he says that's a weakness. We'll look at that soon. But I'm not sold on it. There's things that I like about it. There's things that I don't. But I am really liking the wide view.
Hoping this second go around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's
Engage 8. Look at that, El Capone. Someone after your own heart there. Man, that's ballsy. 1st 8 and engage 8 on 1st and 10. Sodie, if you're there, are you making any adjustment changes?
Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson.
Oh.
It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
That was a very, very nice. Did he click on there?
It's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt
You're
about
right,
it.
I shouldn't have
His
thrown
coaching
that ball.
staff will be emphatic about he
That
shouldn't
was a
have thrown
great
that
play
ball, but
by
remember,
him.
That was a good play.
on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
Lenny used it on you. Oh, nice. Using your own engage 8 on you.
1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead.
Well,
of the
hello,
schedule, whatever
Sodie.
you wanna call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
All right, he pinches on 2nd and 3. I like that.
Now a handoff.
And oh, wow.
And he'll go down.
Number 9. Oh, yeah. There's Isaiah Simmons.
But I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Guys, I got Taco Bell today, and I got Baja Blast. It is so good.
I think you're going around. That's the question.
Zach, there's a ton of ways to do it. You can change the entirety of the line, the entirety of the defense, or you can just go with individual players. It's all different combinations of strokes. Usually, though, it is all starts with pressing one of the directional buttons or one of the bumpers. Now, since you use a keyboard, I have no clue what you would press. It works similarly to a hot route.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford escaping the pressure right. And that is
Good defense there.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
an incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw.
Ooh. Sodie, I think that wheel, your running back wheel was open.
Position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That's running out of steam, and it won't
Oh,
get to just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. The 55-yard attempt.
I want to see who starts running the ball.
And he knew
That's what I want to see. Someone's going to have to crack the code, right?
the feel
Cheers, Okabong.
to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not. He knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's a good check down. There's a perfect example, folks. Sometimes I see a lot of people thinking that they have to throw the ball a long way. That was a little 5-yard sit down that he made one player miss and ended up getting 20 yards out of it. Always take the underneath if the defense is giving you the underneath. Ooh, he had the right idea there.
The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
He is Kellen Mond.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Boom.
In the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Lockett.
If you play Mike Stole Your KFC, know where Lockett is on the field at all time.
At least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point.
Lockett's his playmaker.
Make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for.
And so, bam, everyone, there's your first bit of pretty big momentum shift, right? Sodie misses a field goal. Mike goes down, scores a touchdown. Realistically, a 10-point swing in points right there.
The Raven offense set it.
So now with 5 minutes to go, these are always important drives. Let's see what Sodie does.
Yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that
Wow, a nice little...
they're going to have a lot of confidence in their
Here's the thing that I like about Sodie's game, other than, you know, the holding, is that he does make some pretty good decisions right when he catches the ball and makes people miss.
Okay, Roger.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
Lenny, we saw that you had a big win in the one league. Beat the Colts by 15.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford.
Ooh.
Took a shot.
Ooh, that could have been intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I like him shifting his D-line there.
Throwing is Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You definitely won't
You can see that the penalties, the 2 penalties, have kind of shook Sodie a little bit.
They are coming.
Well, we're watching all the overlays are all Mike's right now. The only overlay that's mine is this and the pleated pants. Mike's doing it smart and giving him some room.
Pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Oh, boom!
41-yard punt there with no.
There's Mike's secret weapon right there. Patterson. Mike, did he regress any?
Thanks.
Yep, Mike, I agree with you.
I don't think my chat is keeping up.
You get down 1st and 25. Don't try to make it all up. There's the first person to get the run in. And it's a big one.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way.
Wow. What a flip of score in 2 possessions.
And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run.
Down and pound, baby.
Sensational.
It's going to be a down and pounder.
Risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
Boom.
As a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
Good old cover 2. Doing the thing. Was that his user? Did he user him? There's quite, I think is that Allen? I think Mike likes to user him quite a bit.
To make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, that's home.
Wow.
And he's taken back,
How
able to slip across.
did just a minute. Just a minute.
That's a more than acceptable read. Move the ball at least a few times.
How did you not intercept that?
Hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Stafford. Over the middle.
Oh, I guess that you didn't go underneath, you went over. Wow. Wow, that was close.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now,
You also see what Mike's doing is he's waiting until Sodie calls the play to decide what formation he wants to run. That's a smart thing to do all the time. There are definitely times when you get upset that you just want to just go and call your play and get going.
We really got to fix these tackling issues.
time on the catch and run. The thing that hurt
Chris Pornett, I'm surprised it wasn't picked either.
the extra yardage.
It's a matchup.
That's why we had to go back and look at it again, because I was shocked.
Sucks to hear.
And off you go.
All I can say is practice, practice, practice.
Mike, you're talking about practice?
Gets him all the way inside the 30 now. First
I
and
gotta fix
10.
my tackling issues here. Too many missed tackles after missed tackles after missed tackles.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money
All
to
right,
sack the
time to do a
quarterback.
beer run real quick.
They also have to have interest in the running game as well.
I don't want to drink another one of these quads.
Holding the point of attack.
They fit in this fridge a little bit differently. I'm going to drink one of these.
Throw caught by Tony. So the completion results there in 9.
You guys seen this out?
And that'll bring up
Unrefined sugar.
This can't be more than a half a foot.
It's Lagunitas, and it says it's a limited release. It is strong ale brewed with whole cane sugar.
2 minutes
I'm gonna need to get a water run here sometime soon. My ice is almost all melted.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running
Well,
game
it tastes like all Lagunitas beers.
drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Is this 3-3-5 normal?
This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard
Yep.
line before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Ooh, I like what you did right there, Mike. Here in close to the end zone, you change from speed to by height. So someone can't, a tall receiver can't overpower you. I like that.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And a very nice shed.
He winds up giving a yard.
Yeah, it's a beer reach. BERRUEACH, beer reach.
And not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To throw is Stafford. And
Ooh.
this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense.
Oh, what does Sodie do here?
That one away on
4th and 2 with a minute to go.
an unexpected fourth
He's
down here.
down 11. I think this is the right call. Get it to a 1-possession game.
And for the second time,
Oh, no worries, Ginger Man. It was great to see you streaming.
from the left hash.
I hope we see it more. Cheers, buddy.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll
That
make
was
this
smart.
an 8-point
That was smart. 1-possession game is a lot better than a 2-possession game.
to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
So does anyone have any questions? I've been trying to call out some things that I think that are smart that I see both players doing. But this is a good time if you have any little questions about anything that you're seeing in the game or stuff that I do, to just ask. Oh, that was nice.
Because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play action pass could very well be over.
Yeah, Crisps, I just don't think that that's the smart play, because no matter what you do, it's going to be a 1-possession game. So I think that is fairly smart.
The 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Why do you wear hate? I do not own any hate.
Incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be
I was
quick
getting
when you
ready
go
to
through your
comment.
progressions, and here's another prime example.
Why do I wear hats? Gives you something to talk about. It's an identity thing. People come in and they always talk about the hats. It's a way to engage.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
All right, let's not play stupid.
I am not bald. I do have a receding hairline, but I am not bald.
Throwing again here. Wilson. Flush to his right.
Oh my God! If I would have done that, my quarterback would have fumbled.
I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
4th and 10. So Sodie did what he needed to do. He's getting the ball, and depending on how aggressive he wants to be.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable
Does anyone else think that doing coffin corner kicks this year is harder?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with him trailing,
He only has one timeout. Does a crosser, and Mike had the contain, and Sodie's probably lucky that it's only an incompletion. I think this is the advice of pleated pants. I think that some people, that you need to get yourself an out route for those crossers. Like, make your wide receiver a drag, or do what I do and motion and put a backside slant. Something for when people blitz you.
Alright, it's touchdown or sidelines.
Yep.
Guard the sidelines.
Mike's you're exactly right. He goes into cover 4, which I think he's doing a match version of it. And so I like the fact that he's using the defensive lineman there. Oh, wow. Contain is R to RB. So right button, and that will put your 2 edge rushers on a contain. It doesn't work great this year, but it also works a little bit.
The kicker didn't do anything to you.
That was absolutely huge, Mike. Like, absolutely huge. Oh, just a minute. I got a question for you, Mike. When you're running a cover 4 quarters, did you change your zone flats, your zone depths? Because if you keep them there, and I'm sure you know this, your shading, okay, because if you keep your zone depths in there, like, it will override the match on, like, the quarter hooks, or on the quarter flats.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter.
Okay, well, that shouldn't matter though. You can set those matches like that, but if you got your zone depths changed, if they're not at default, they'll override the match principles of those particular formations. So your quarter flat won't chuck and then release to the deep safety. They'll just go and they'll run whatever depth of flat that you have them running.
Hey, Michael, there's not a hole there. Gotta go to the right.
He's talking to himself like I talk to myself. You've been watching me too much. You even said the full Michael there. Birdman! What's up? My alerts aren't working on this scene, so you'll have to pretend that you heard a goofy pants and a fat ass.
That was stupid.
Ooh, we got to look at that again. Wow, membership extended. Thank you for your continued support of the Bespoke League. Enjoy the emotes. Enjoy this growing community. Chat, stamp it up for Brian the Birdman. Cheers, buddy. Okay, so I want to see what happened here.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
All right, so he's coming out in the, our good old. Okay.
Escaping the pressure right.
That was stupid.
He rifles one that's
That was a nice click on.
picked off at the 36.
Yeah, Sodie, that's a really good, that's a really good play by him.
Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense.
And so is this right? So I don't know if I'd go for 2 here.
Here's Stafford.
Oh,
Sacked it at the goal line. A.J. Bouye with a pick. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at the
now it's 9. If he would have kicked the extra point, it would have been 8. I don't think you should start going for it until the 4th quarter, because there's so much more of the game to play that you don't know how the score is going to end up, in my mind. Birdman, how have you been, buddy? It's been a while since I've seen you. I hope you're doing well.
Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment.
Oh, wow, that's Patterson's first run.
Mentally, get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride.
All right, so we got a 9-point game now. 2-possession game. This ends up being a really important drive for both teams.
Any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way.
Good, I like that. Check down to A. He was open. He was there.
Long, steady.
You don't like seeing your starting center get hurt.
The psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage.
So there's just been really the one big run play. Everything else has been done in the air. But I do like, well, you know, everyone knows that I like to run the ball. So I like seeing Mike at least putting a little bit of pressure on Sodie and the clock by running the ball.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a complete
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Brian. You know, like breakups suck. There's no ifs, ands, ifs, whatever the saying is. There's no way around it. They're hard. Stay strong.
know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
You been playing Diamond Dynasty? Nice. Do you have Lofton and Trout and all of those cards?
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens.
All right, so we got the momentum meter is about even, and Sodie has a chance here to make this a ball game.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
That's a good question, Clay. This year, there's a lot more people are streaming than last year, and I think a lot of people are streaming for like the first time this year. I would say that maybe like half of all the leagues are engaged streamers. Here, let's do a quick little count.
Stafford.
1, 2.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open.
Yeah, Xbox Series X. It's about half.
And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up.
Yeah, like it's maybe
Tackled by
maybe just over half, because and a lot of that, a quarter of that half is people that are streaming like for the first times.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. That'll be caught. It's Tony.
That was a good throw.
Other side of midfield before going out.
Yeah, it's fun because here's what I like about it, Clay, is that if you see just so most times people will post in my Discord under content promotion when they're going live, and if I'm not doing anything and I see something pop up there, I'll go into the stream, and what you'll see is you'll see the other members that are playing in these football leagues in there hanging out, chatting, you know, like it's really pretty damn cool. Pretty cool.
This down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So what I like that Sodie's doing right here is that he's just not forcing the ball down the field. He's still running. He's still coming out into heavy formations. He's running what he knows and what he likes. And, you know, I think I like what Mike's doing too. He's playing a little bit, you know, don't burn me, you know, playing a nice little cover 3, giving him the underneath, and saying, you're going to make a mistake if you're going to run a 10-play drive, and I'll capitalize on it.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. And able to find Higbee, it's complete.
One thing I've seen that I find interesting is that Sodie does a lot of play actions. And so I think he's ripe to be blitzed.
And then some.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang
Coming out in 2 tight end set.
exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Mike comes out in something that he likes.
Defensively, that was the same case on that play. Running right through him. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to
Another cover 3, but with some pressure. I like that.
first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Well, they had the first round bye locked up, Brian. Oh my. No, that's good defense by Mike right there. I like how he came in there and sticked him. This game this year sometimes gives you some weird pass interferences from that, but I still think that's the best thing to do, is just to go in and say, you are not catching this.
On 2nd and goal. Stafford. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Touchdown. Amari Cooper. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
Interesting. He threw that right into the heart of the cover 2.
When you give up a long
That's a tight little window.
in this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to
Tight little window.
come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 2.
All right. So, 2-possession game, or not 2-point game, 2-possession game. If we're playing a game where touchdowns counted as 1. Nope, clean hit. You ain't first, you last. Clean hit.
To kick it away.
Hey, Corey. What's going on, man? I certainly hope that your holiday season of a lot of hours was fruitful, and that you have a little bit of time just to be able to take a breather. Are you and who was it? Talent? Are you and Talent going to be able to get your game in
Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
tonight? All right, cool. Very cool.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Handoff running left is ET.
Oh my, Mike, folks, that's crazy. That's crazy. Look at this cutback. I did not see that there. God, if you could have made just another little quick cut back to the left, it would have been to the races.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A give to Williams, running right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage.
If Chargers or Raiders win, Steelers will play the Chiefs.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So the Steelers won their division.
Here's Wilson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I haven't even really looked to see what.
You gotta hit him deep. Starting to come closer and closer.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries.
How would the Steelers get a home field game? Because they're a wild card team.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not
Yeah, if you play the Chiefs will be home field.
When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt.
Oh! Boom!
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now.
That didn't look good. I was going to punt.
A touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
I was going to take the penalty. I was going to punt.
Here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
All right,
That'll carry over the back line.
anything but a
For
touchdown.
touchback.
Anything but a touchdown.
All right, so 5-point game with the full 4th quarter. All the time in the world. No need for either person to pressure and panic. You're playing your regular game right now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the Rams ended up tying the Cowboys, and that's it. So are the Cowboys are the 3 or the 4 seed?
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Chicken tenders, taters, and gravy. I threw in a biscuit and a big old cookie.
Thank you, Kilbert.
Quarter partner and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback.
Cowboys 3.
Not just for himself.
So all right, so it's Cowboys 49ers. R2B2. Where are you?
Stafford on first down.
There you go, nice move by Sodie.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
We got an old school battle in the first round of the playoffs, buddy.
Downfield, everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first.
Oh, nice.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 76 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Madden's great, Nick Z. We moved ahead in the PlayStation 5, by the way. I played one game in the Series X, and we're watching the game of the week right now. And, oh! Is this getting overturned? He's down, right?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Yeah, like, overturned.
Was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football after.
Pressing, okay.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford.
Ooh, that's a nifty little throw right there.
Wow.
QT, his second touchdown on the season, and the Ravens have retaken the lead.
All right, so now you go for 2.
This has definitely been a back and forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry.
Do you guys all have a play? Do you have a go-to play that you can get in this situation?
Now a big play here is the
That you know you like? If you don't, you need to find one.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And no,
And I'd suggest a play action isn't the right one.
so they try to bump the lead up to a field goal.
Yeah, R2, I wasn't calling you out. Like, I just saw that the 49ers are playing, and I know that I got my 49er fan out there. So I really didn't expect you to say, I'm here! Lurk away, my friend. Lurk away. I hope you're doing well.
Here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Rule number 1, well, one of the rules as a streamer is don't call out your lurkers. They're lurking for a reason, unless it's R2B2, and I'll make an exception for that. And sometimes we call out current girlfriend if she's lurking.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they will be looking to answer.
But that's different.
Down. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Wow. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Know where Tyler Lockett is. If you were playing Mike ate your KFC, stole your dinner, whatever his new name is. All right, so this is why I chose this. this particular game to play is how fast momentum, both up here on the top of the screen and just generally in the game, can change. Sodie has been playing great this, and other than like one drive to start the second half, right? It's been playing great. He had all the momentum, and Mike can make one play and flip it.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And so now, boom. Now 5 minutes, you got to think, I have to score and either run the clock all the way down so Mike can't get the ball, or score fast and hope that we can get the ball a second time. And so what does he choose? At TFR, a lot of people have gotten whooped by Cody Valls. And boom. No, this is what he likes, Marky. He plays the all 22. So you've all seen me do the exact same thing that Sodie did. Get out of your normal offense, press a little bit, make an instant mistake. How many times have I done that this year, Al Capone? Like at least 5, right? And to be completely honest with you, at 4 minutes 35, there's still a lot of time. In Madden time, 4 minutes is a ton. It's the reason why we only have 8-minute quarters.
It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball.
Oh yeah, 10-minute quarters were brutal. Brutal. Never do that again. I think eight's a good amount. Oh, that was incomplete. There we go. There we go. Now what I want to see is how many play actions he calls. He's already called 1 on this drive. He's just called 2. If I would have to critique anything about Sodie's play calling, is too many play actions. You need to cancel out of those play actions, or block the running back or something, because right now the play action isn't fooling anyone. Wow, good click on Mike.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Well, right, or even an inside zone there wouldn't have been bad either.
This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Stafford.
I like that. You know, if they're playing a bend don't break, the middle probably is going to be open like that. Is he basing? Or I haven't really paid attention. Oh, yeah, he is basing, because that's a cover 3. That's a good throw. Wow.
Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
That could have been a very bad mistake.
You're right, Mike, because he almost had that seam.
2nd and 10. Now Stafford sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, got to set your feet with Stafford.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Mike
Yep.
Hughes.
Mike has a corner defense.
Just past the 25. And that pretty
Well
much
done.
is the storyline.
Well
This
done.
defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it.
Is that a cover 4?
See the frustration, the settling.
Looked like a cover 4.
Probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Some of you might be thinking, well, pleated pants, like, this ends up being a 14-point game. How can this be the game of the week? Well, 3 minutes ago, it was a 2-point game. And it just shows you how you need to keep... Wow. You need to keep pressing, and you got to keep playing, and you need to not give up, because Madden can flip on just, what is that's just a couple plays, right? On just a couple plays.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 37. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And, you know, Mike does the right things here. This is the reason why we have the fatigue stuff put in, because I want people to be putting in their backups to not get hurt at the end of the game. I know people don't like taking the time to do this, but, you know, like, we'll keep, I think you can do whatever you want there, Banks. Running it back there, I don't think is a wrong thing to do. I don't think that there's a definitive right thing to do there. Yeah, like we talked about that a little bit earlier too, Mark. Like, you know, a defensive player gets an interception in a game, more than likely if it's a blowout or not a blowout, they're going to go for the end zone, right?
Just so you know.
They don't get that many
I'm on
chances.
Twitch, just so you know.
I said okay.
Okay.
And he's going to take it in.
Same thing with there. There's nothing. He's running the ball with a backup, right? And Sodie's running defense that he is trying to stop him, right? It's not a give up situation. And like, I have no problem with that touchdown being scored. Now, if he passed the ball at that point, like, we would have we'd have a different conversation. And that's why I say that everything's contextual, right? Like, you know, you want to be a good sport against your other players. You don't want to bully the CPU because we frown upon that also. And you know, what he's done here is exactly what I would want people to do.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And this is perfect. Now Sodie's coming out in tight formation, so he's just basically saying, I would imagine these are just runs up the middle, and that's when you, as the winning team, if you would end up getting the ball back, need to do the same thing, right? Run the ball up the middle. Potential, like, to not upset anyone. I'm rooting for Georgia. I think Alabama probably wins. I think Alabama's a better team, but you know, Alabama's won enough. So I'll be rooting like almost all of the rest of America, unless you have some affiliation of the Crimson Tide, for Georgia.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down.
Yeah, Lenny, exactly.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense,
I was rushing 3 or 4. I was playing whatever zone I wanted, and I was basically running the ball up the gut on you in the last part of the game, because at that point it was about getting the game over with, right?
but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw caught by Tony. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh,
Everyone, I think this was a really, really good game to watch for a number of reasons. There's a lot of everything that I think about of why I like what we're doing here in the Bespoke League was in full effect. This was a good competitive game. I didn't see anything that I would call like YouTube one-play touchdown glitches. You know, there's no streak post combo, you know, that's happening on one side of the field. It was football. It was still Madden, but it was everyone playing. That was a Bespoke Football League game right there. That was a good representation of it, and either one of those two could have won, depending on a couple plays. Yeah, I think it was a great game to watch. Like,